Peace, peace. This is Instructor Yasir back on the Knowledge of Survival podcast. So today is day 2, guys, of my training and getting prepared for a Go Ruck Tough event that I'm going to be participating in on the 26th of May. I actually signed up yesterday. Put it off for a few days. Just procrastinating. You know, they always say that's the hardest part, is just signing up. So finally got that done yesterday. So I am in. I am committed. And now it is time to train. So good thing is that I'm not coming in this thing completely unconditioned, right? So I've been keeping myself up and I've already been rucking. So, but even with that, I had some anxiety this morning getting here to the trail. I'm actually on the trail rucking right now as we speak. But I had some anxiety getting to the trail today because I was just thinking about everything I got going on. You know, I got business things that I have to do. I got to get flyers out for my next class. And, you know, I'm supposed to be, and I got to pick up some ducks today. I finally, I built a coop and a run for the ducks. We've got a friend in the neighborhood that's keeping 3 ducks for us, and we got more ducks on the way. So, but he's been keeping them for over a month. I mean, it's took me kind of a long time to get the coop and stuff built, but I finally got it done yesterday. And so I got to go pick those up today. Because, we all about self-sufficiency on the Knowledge of Survival podcast as well, self-reliance. So we're getting some ducks. Whole goal is that these are going to be producing eggs. I got that going on. I got my day job going on. I got my business going on with Knowledge of Survival, getting this self-defense information out to the people. And now I'm also training for this Go Ruck Tough. And of course, with all the other responsibilities that we all have, right? So I'm not crying, just acknowledging and sharing with you all that I had some anxiety getting out here today. And today is going to be my first long ruck, meaning that this is where I'm doing more mileage than I've ever done rucking. This is the first day that I'm doing more than 4 miles on a ruck. But this is a trail that I've been on before. This is going to be about 7 miles today. So not too crazy. That's really only about, less than half. It's still less than half of what I'm going to be doing on the event. Because on the Go Ruck Tough, it's supposed to be 15 to 20 miles. Along with all of the PT that they're going to have me doing as well. So, I got some mud here. So, it's, but I'm working myself up to it. I've walked this trail before just as a regular, hiking thing, but never with a ruck plate on my back. 30-pound ruck plate. Plus I got 3 liters of water packed in. plus a couple of other pieces. And that was a part of my anxiety this morning too, was I was trying to pack up some things to start getting a feel for the type of gear that I'm going to have to bring with me. So I was running around trying to get that done. But that's fine. You know, that's just a part of my that's just a part of my thing, trying to get stuff in order before it happens. But many times you can't do that. A lot of times you got to just kind of dive in and you figure it out. So I got time, guys. I essentially got 2 months before D-Day. And I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be ready. I'm excited about it. I really enjoy rucking because I got into hiking some years ago. And this is like the perfect thing because you're basically just hiking with weight on your back. So you increase the strength and the cardio benefit of your hiking. So this is great. So really looking towards that. I'm working on my shoes that I'm going to use as well. I've been into zero drop shoes for some years. I started getting into zero drop shoes, I say probably around 2018, 17 maybe. So around 17, 18, I started wearing zero drop shoes. And my feet and ankles and all that, used to them now. So I'm trying to determine what's the best ones to rock with. I think where I went right now, I'm actually on a trail. So I'm using my Zero is the name of the brand, XERO. So I'm using my Zero brand trail shoes right now that are still in good condition. And I'm thinking that these are probably the ones that I'm going to train in and use for the Go Ruck Tough. Reason being is that, they've got the lug grips on them. I don't know all of what type of terrain I'm going to be on. So I think that the lugs that provide the extra grip for the trail shoes make it a good fit, since I'm not going to know the different types of terrain. So I think, and the other piece is that the sole is thicker than the running shoes. The running shoes that I've been using from Zero are the Prios. They've got other they got other models now, like Speed Force and HFS and that type of stuff. I think it's HFS. So anyway, these are more. So, but these trail shoes have a thicker sole on them, which provides more support for the extra weight that I'm carrying on my back. The last ruck I did on Friday, I started developing blisters on my heels, both heels. So that let me know a couple of things. It let me know that my gait might be off. I'm probably striking with the heel too much. And I was also using those Prios, so they might be a little too thin for the extra weight that I'm carrying and being on concrete. That was another thing too. I also rucked on concrete. I was not on a trail, but it wasn't a long ruck. But if you listen to my last episode on day 1 of starting my training, since the ruck was short, we're talking about an hour, I had extra weight. So I was rucking with about 40 pounds, I think. So I did 40 pounds that day. So I had some extra weight than what I had been accustomed to carrying. Plus, I was on concrete. So that's what made me say, okay, I need to improve my gait, bend my knees, lean forward, bend my knees a little bit so that I can strike, so I can have more of a midfoot strike versus the heel. And then I also want to try out some different shoes. So that's where we're at today, guys. So this is fun. I'm not going to be on here much longer because I want to enjoy my ruck in the woods. But another piece that has been on my mind heavy as well, and it really shouldn't be that heavy. That's the thing. You know, that's the thing when you realize, I mean, I never knew that I really had anxiety things that I was dealing with until recently as a grown man in my 40s. But I'm realizing now that, like, there's things that will take up too much space in my head and they really shouldn't. Right? So, in one of those things that's taking up space in my head right now that's really not that big a deal is trying to decide if I want to spend this extra money on getting an official Go Ruck bag to train and compete, well, not compete, but participate in this event. The official Go Ruck bag, you know, for doing rucking and competing in these events is the Rucker, right? And I mean, these are dope bags. Like, they're really nice. They look really well made. They got a lifetime guarantee, all this awesome stuff. But the thing is they're over $100, you know? Like, they're over $100, you know what I mean? You're talking about like probably like 200, you know, something dollars. So they're really like more than I want to spend right now. But I'm feeling like it's necessary because I do not want to be out here on the event and my bag fails. Like, that would be horrible. Peace, guys. Had to hop back on. I had to pause for a minute because I was getting lost. So I had to take care of that first. So here I am. So yeah, so I left off talking about, trying to decide between spending this money to invest in a rucker. And you know what? I've come to the conclusion that I'm just going to have to do that because the bag that I'm using right now, it's solid. I mean, it's been serving me well. I like it. I think it's a good bag. But, I mean, look, I got the bag off of Amazon, you know? I got the bag off of Amazon. It might have ran me like $40, you know? So while it might make it through without a problem, I would be so upset and mad at myself if I took this bag on the Go Ruck Tough event and the shit failed. Like, I mean, that would just be fucking horrible. So I'm not gonna do that to myself. And that's gonna add another branch of anxiety too, because I'm gonna be out here slinging this thing and taking it through water and slamming it and tossing it around and all of this. And all I'm gonna be thinking is like, oh shit, I hope the bag doesn't bust. I hope this bag doesn't come apart. And, you know, how does that? And that's gonna just ruin the experience. So I'm gonna go ahead and break down and invest in one of these Rucker bags. They actually got a spring sale going right now. So I'm gonna take a look at what they got for sale for the spring cleaning and grab a bag through there. And we just gonna keep it moving. So, yeah, guys, so here we are, day two. And I'll check back in with you soon. This is gonna be fun. When in doubt, train. Peace. Peace. Wanted to add on another segment to this. I actually just completed my ruck. Did about 6.5 miles in the woods. And I wanted to hop back on to add on to this episode because I had a breakthrough today on this ruck. As I was walking, I zoned into my breathing and I hit a meditative state. I hit a meditative state in my ruck for a good probably 1.5 miles where I wasn't thinking about anything. I wasn't thinking about anything I had to do later on today. I wasn't thinking about any other issues pressing in my life. I was just in the moment. I was present. I was just completely in the moment. Just focusing on my breathing. And I just saw the fallen leaves along the trail that I was rucking on. And I was just pushing. My pace picked up. The pain that you start to feel on your shoulders and the traps when you got this pack on with the weight, it went away. And like I was just going. It was really, really incredible. So that's something that I'm gonna remember and improve upon as I continue training. I'm getting ready for this Go Ruck Tough event. Focus on my breathing and zone out and just be in the moment. They say walking is moving meditation. I bear witness to that. This is not the first time I've experienced that. This is the first time I've experienced that on a ruck. I've experienced that before running, but this is the first time that I experienced that on a ruck. So walking is moving meditation. The key to that though is I didn't have any headphones in, no music, no podcasts or anything like that. I was just on the trail by myself, being tuned into my natural surroundings. Again, that trains situational awareness too. You want to cut down on distraction and let your senses sense. right? Let your natural senses sense what's going on around you, the things that you're hearing, seeing, smelling, feeling, and tap into that. Tap into that. When in doubt, train. Peace.